Hey everybody, it's Bryant again. I wanted to do a sharing video for you guys demonstrating what the HTTP URL connection thing is all about in regards to Java. It sounds more complicated than it is. Essentially you're going to create an HTTP connection to a website. So what I have done here, let me kind of walk you through my code here. Let's see. So I've imported some stuff to actually make this work, but essentially what we're doing is we're creating a new class called Java HTTP URL Connection Reader. And in that class, we have a string that is reading a certain URL. The connection is then opened, and the connection is cast to that class. So the actual connection that's established is cast to the HTTP URL connection, and then a set request method. Let me see here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. That's why I commented it right here. This is where the connection is actually established. And then this is the important part. So with an HTTP URL connection, you can have two different ways. You can use a GET method or a POST method. The GET simply establishes a connection to the server that you're trying to get to and will return data. The POST method will actually take information off of your computer and post it to that server. And for this example here, it was just kind of out of the scope for me to set up a server or even a virtual server on my machine, because I've got so much different stuff already on this computer. And so we did. I believe that just by doing the GET method, that demonstrates it enough. The POST one is almost identical. The only difference is you have to reference what it is that you actually want to post to the server. This part here, we give it 15 seconds to respond. That's important because, well, I'll show you. Because if we want to get information from a server that maybe isn't available, or we don't have authorization to get into, or something like that, I want it to eventually time out. Let me show you how it works now. And then, yeah, you guys can, this is all on my GitHub if you want to actually download the code, put it into one of your project creators like Eclipse or whatever, and then you guys can try it yourself. But so this one right here, we're going to attempt to establish a connection to http bin.org. So let's give that a shot. So we're sitting here waiting, nothing going on. And so when I initially did this, I was kind of wondering what in the world is going on? Why isn't it working? It's waiting that 15 seconds to give me the readout. See, and there it is. So it's an unknown host exception. So let's try it from a host that we actually know works and see if we get a different result. Oops. I'm employed by Best Buy, so let's try Best Buy. Hopefully their website's up. Let's see. Yeah, so it's interesting, and I would have to do more research as to why, but it does return the correct information. However, it's just the HTML of the web page, and so I would have to do a little more research into it, or maybe the professor could even enlighten me as to why it returns just the HTML. I'm sure it's probably a simple answer. But yeah, I mean, this is the Best Buy website. It's the HTML for it. That's at the top of the page. Like, I can even show you guys. Yeah, there it is. The expert service, unbeatable price. So, I mean, it did establish the connection. Let's do another one. Oops. All right, run that. And then same sort of thing. Life, money, tech. Let's go to that one really quick too, so you guys can see. And then same thing. So, you know, life, money, tech. So it's reading the HTML of these pages, which is actually kind of cool and really interesting that within a Java class or within a Java project, it's really easy to actually establish a connection. This would be really important, and I'll have to do another video on this next week when I do some more like database stuff, because this, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, would be the way that you would connect to a server. You would use, you know, you still have to use the same get method, but then you would also use a post if you wanted to read information off of a database server and then also post information to that database server. So maybe like, say I'm using the Best Buy app on my phone and I update my customer information or something like that. I would imagine that somewhere in the code for their app, there is, you know, somewhere where it establishes a connection to the database, wherever that is housed, that Best Buy has, and then those changes are then posted to that server. So, anyways, that's about the extent of it. It, you know, relatively small amount of code considering what it does. So yeah, it's on my GitHub if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, and we will kind of leave it at that. I apologize. I'm trying to find, I got way too much stuff open. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one.